back to the channel, fellas. Today, we're bringing you Purdue 2019-2020 season simulation. Let's check out what the Boilermakers are going to do next year according to NCAA14. In the conference outlook, Purdue starts off number 4. Let's look at their season. Last year's leaders, Sindler, Fuller, Moore. Moore, the big one there. He's going to be huge this year. Starting off with Nevada, Vanderbilt, TCU, Indiana, Michigan State, Oregon State, Penn State, Iowa, Illinois, Ohio State, Wisconsin to end the season. Now let's check out who starts the season atop the poll. We've got at number 1, Washington. We got Oklahoma, Michigan, Stanford, and Alabama all in the top 5. We're used to seeing that. But let's start off this simulation and see what happens. I'll see you on the other side. Welcome back. We just simulated the season. We're taking a look at Purdue's recruits, and we whiff on most of the good players in this class. We got Rodney, William, Demetrius, some solid guys. But toward the bottom of the class, ooh, a 46 defensive back. Oh, I don't think Purdue is going to ever start that guy. All right, let's move on. Let's check out how the rest of the season went. My God, they had a finalist for the Heisman. They forced 20 turnovers. They had a finalist for the Boliermakers, Maxwell, O'Brien, Walter Camp. 50 touchdowns this season, over 5 consecutive wins, and a school record. You can't ask for much more. Be ranked in the top 5. Purdue going big this year. You gotta love it. I bet a big piece of that was Rondale Moore. Let's check out what happened in the conference. Purdue comes in at number 2 in the Big Ten, right behind Ohio State. 10-2. Ranked number 5. Sindler throws for 29 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions, 3,600 yards. Fuller, 9 touchdowns on 750 yards, and not Rondale Moore for the receiving. Sparks, who is this guy? 1,100 yards, 13 touchdowns. Defensive, Bailey, Thieneman, Higgins, all coming up big for the defense. But the real question is, where is Rondale Moore? Let's check out the season. Nevada, Vandy, TCU, Indiana, Michigan State, Oregon State, Penn State, all wins. Over 11 Penn State. Purdue coming up big. Killed by Iowa. Then they slay Illinois the next week 38-0 for the second shutout. Then lose to Ohio State respectively by 14. Beat Northwestern. Beat Wisconsin to end the season. Get ranked number 5. You gotta love this for an 88 overall Purdue team. That's not a bad season. Let's check out the Heisman finalists, and I don't see Purdue on here. Okay, we got Scarlett, Haskins, Roundtree, don't know who that is, Akers, and Evans. Okay, that's an interesting collection there, but it said we had a finalist at one point. I'm betting something happened to Rondale Moore. What could have happened to him? Let's check out what happened to Rondale. Season stats. Going over to receiving. Rondale, second on the team. 60 receptions, 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. And that symbol up by his head means he got hurt. That's why we're not seeing him at the top. But Sparks balls out, 1,100 yards. That's not a bad replacement. Hopefully next year, Rondale can stay healthy and put up some all-time numbers because he's a special dude. Let's check out the season leaders in the NCAA. Sindler, 3,600 yards, number 1 in the country. Purdue is steamrolling over people. You gotta love it. So when a quarterback's that high, typically your running back's not very high. 139th, that's okay. That's good for 10 wins, double digits. You're always willing to take double digits. Sparks, number 15. That's pretty good because it means Rondale is not too far behind him. So 2, basically in the top 25, I assume, receivers. Bailey at 79. Higgins at 15. That's pretty good. 7.5 sacks on the year. And Major, ooh, that's a killer name. Major the second with 4 interceptions and for our field goal. Our kicker, Dellinger, 54 yards. Good for 5th best. Actually, 2nd best if you count all the other ones as 1. That's a pretty great kicker right there. I wish I could kick it that long. Let's check out what happened after bowl season. I'll see you on the other side. Scarlet wins the Heisman. Stanford, not 2nd. Coming in clutch. Winning 1,700 yards. 21 touchdowns on the ground. 400 yards. 3 touchdowns receiving. You gotta love it for Stanford. They finally get their Heisman. Moving on. At the top up there, you see Purdue, 10-3, loses their bowl game. Let's go check it out and see what happened. Purdue loses to number 2 Stanford, 14-28. That's a 13-1 team. That's not the worst thing in the world. You love to see a Purdue on the big stage, competing big. Let's see who won the national championship in this simulation. Top 25 polls. And freaking A, Alabama. No one wants to see you win another one, Bama. They did squeak it out 35-33 over Ohio State. But you know what? I'm thrilled. Purdue's in double digits. You gotta love it. Thanks for sticking around. If you liked the video, like it, comment, subscribe, give me some feedback. I love hearing it. Again, thank you for sticking around. Peace.